We're mobile. Take Fox Sports 1350 with you using iHeartRadio. Your home for sports in the Inland Empire is Fox Sports IE 1350. 1350. KUBE AM Riverside.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It is IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops right here. And I tell you, if there was one word to describe me this morning, Eternal, exhausted would be the way to go. Yesterday was a crazy, and before we even get to the honors, so yesterday I had to drive to San Bernardino to pick up plaques.
Yes.
I had to drive back to Ontario to pick up the donated water.
Yes.
I had to go to Fontana to get a U-Haul. Yes. So to say that my day was full yesterday, and then I realized when I got home I forgot to go to Chick-fil-A. They donated a tray. They donated
the tray of cookies in the water.
I'll see if I can get with her today because I want them tray of cookies. Like I said last night at the honors, I'm the chubby one. Yo, you are the slim one.
I was wondering why you kept advocating them dang Chick-fil-A cookies. But yeah, anyway.
They are the business.
But yeah, real quick. Look, I don't need those reads.
Okay. All right.
No, it's always good to have reference. But anyway, yesterday, what just a phenomenal job. And again, obviously, Coach B, as he was alluding to, really excellent work behind the scenes.
My brainchild.
I don't know if you heard the crickets, but they're there. But anyway, yeah, we had a great night last night in the city of Fontana. We did the
city I call home.
And yes, I call the side home, but it's all good. IE represent. But yeah, it was the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame honors, our award ceremony where we recognize student athletes who are not only excelling in their sport of choice, but also people who are doing well in the classroom and as well are advocates in the community of goodwill. So, and it was really good because we didn't do the, normally, it's like the host up there doing all the introductions. And it was great because the kids, they had their coaches. Some kids had their parents. A coach got choked up there. I saw I saw a mother from a different kid. It wasn't even her kid up there. She was crying. It was just beautiful. And then you just saw some of the great stories. I was really impressed by, because we've gotten a chance to kind of see some of these kids, but.
And I know because we ended up having 14 kids total come out, and it was special. And like you say, the thing I think that did it the best was, first of all, give our thank yous to Stonefire Grill.
Yes.
And that food was delicious. My wife loved the salad.
And we have to make sure we do the radio drop.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll get that done. We want to thank Niagara Water.
Yes.
They came through and got us the replenishments for the kids to drink.
Refreshments, you mean?
Refreshments. I'm sorry, refreshments. Replenishments. Refreshments. And we want to thank the 13 kids that were honored. Also, Janice.
There you go.
San Bernardino County, 2nd District. Board of Supervisors Janice Rutherford gave every kid that was honored a certificate that really gave it a level of honor that we would not have been able to do on our own. Fontana Mayor Aquanetta Warren, she wanted to attend, but unfortunately her schedule did not permit.
But her blessing was felt throughout the course of the night.
Absolutely. Thing about Aquanetta and I, we live not a stone's throw from each other, and we appreciate her coming out. Here's a backstory about that about the Heritage Community Center backstory. My youngest, who is now 13, that was actually the building when he first attended school. He went to Tiny Tots there. So wow. I have a personal connection with that building.
Guaranteed. I went to Stagecoach. That was my preschool I went to.
We couldn't afford preschool. I grew up in a city called Compton, so my preschool was
I went to Stagecoach.
Yeah, and then you had all the kids that were honored as well.
I want to make sure we do that real quick. Yes, as you were saying, again, it was the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame honors ceremony took place, and some of the some of the honorees were Natalia Helms, from Grand Terrace High School, Jeremy Harris out of Upland Christian, Destiny Freeman, out of Etowanda, Ben Constable out of Rancho Cucamonga, Brianna Cabrera out of Don Lugo, Darren Addison from Aquinas, Casey Martin from Chaffee, Chase Dowdy from Big Bear drove all the way down.
MVP of the 215 class.
Man, Chase had a story. His coach boy, man, represents.
He was probably the best dressed. That suit was fire.
Chase, I said, boy, Chase, you getting him, boy?
Right?
Chase is ready. But anyway, basketball, Jaslyn Johnson, and then we had Jonathan Arviziu. Arviziu from Etowanda High School. We had Bianca Clemente from Rancho Cucamonga, Brandon Owetu from Arrowhead Christian, Xavier Jones from Segregonio, and then last but not least, Brett Cabral, another MVP from Los Osos High School.
And Brianna, what a story. I know we have a call calling in, but what a story for Brianna. Her mother is the principal of Don Lugo High School, and she came in there. One of the reasons we wanted to represent her, she's a pole vaulter, but she has a high GPA. And she trains dogs for the blind.
And she had a dog in there. The stories last night we heard were just incredible. However, like you were saying, we have a special guest live right here.
Inland Valley. I know we're going to do the Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame honors. Thank you all that came out. We appreciate it.
Indeed. But we do have a caller on the Boost Mobile Celebrity Hotline. Caller, you're live on air. Please introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This is John Smith.
Coach Smith, how are you this morning, sir?
Outstanding. Thanks for having me, guys.
No, thank you for calling in, Coach. We know that right now you were mentioning that you are en route. Tell everybody where you are right now, and then, again, I know you are currently the assistant coach right now for Cal State Fullerton, the Titans. But tell everybody where you are right now, please.
I'm in Sacramento, California, at the California State High School Championship games. Watched some games last night, some good games last night. Got about 3 more to watch today.
Fantastic. So now, is Notre Dame High School, are they playing today or did they play last night?
They play today at 4.
4 o'clock. Okay, so I know that'll be a game you're keeping your eye on. Now, Coach Smith, what a year. To say that you had a good year this year would be a harsh understatement. I mean, you come in, you're coaching your son. Talk to everybody about this season for you, Coach. Just as a coach over there for the Cal State Fullerton Titans, and kind of like how that year culminated for you.
Oh yeah, it was a memorable season. To be one of 3 teams ever in school history to go to the NCAA tournament is special, and it's a testament to Coach Taylor, our head coach, and our players just buying into what our vision was 5 years ago when he put together the staff and we sat down and he talked about changing the culture and trying to get guys in that truly cared about winning and worked as hard off the floor as they do on the floor, and we finally have built that culture and it came to fruition this year, and it was beautiful to see.
Now and then how special is it, as you talk about those qualities that you want to see on your team? How special is it to know that your son actually has those qualities, and you saw him really you saw his maturation throughout the course of the season as well? Talk to us about that.
Well, it's an honor to be able to coach him every single day, and I'm not saying that because he's my son, but he's a phenomenal young man. I mean, think about it. Coming out of high school, no Division I offers. He was 6 feet, 142 pounds. My wife and I did it backwards, and he graduated at the age of 17, barely 17.
Right.
He wasn't a double holdback, so he wasn't physically ready. And, thankfully, Coach Taylor gave him an opportunity to walk on, and he's worked hard at his craft and his body, and he's now 6'3", 175 pounds, and he's always had the IQ, but he's the perfect fit for what we do. We have some dynamic scorers on the wing and a good up-and-coming young post player. And my son is not one that's trying to find his shot. He's trying to find shots for his teammates. And to see him understand his role and play it to a T is just phenomenal to watch. And it's great to be there to witness it.
And once again, we're talking to Coach Smith out of Cal State Fullerton. Now, one thing that I want to talk about, Coach, when I came out of high school, I had no Division I offers either. So I can understand that pain. But if we can just take a minute, we're on Fox Sports 1350. If we can take a minute, I know you're locked in your coach's mode and whatnot. And they call me Coach B because I coach my son. But what kind of feeling is that for you if you can take the coach's hat off? What kind of feeling is that for you to see the progression of your son?
Man, it's phenomenal. I sit in my office and I'm smiling from ear to ear when he comes in because, Coach B, as you know, I mean, when you're coaching your son, he takes a lot of flack for being,
Daddy
a
ball.
coach's son.
Right.
And then for him to, withstand that, I mean, from fans on the road, even fans at home,
all right.
And still, to stay focused. It's just beautiful to see him have the mental fortitude, the mental toughness to withstand that and still, find his joy on the floor and his focus on the floor. And I'm just so proud of him as a young man.
Absolutely. And we've saw that. It makes me think about where Turner and I, we do the Agua Caliente Clippers of Ontario broadcast, and Bryce Alford was just playing one of the games. So when you think about Coach's kid, I know the exact dynamic that you talk about. So what's the next step with your son? What are you guys looking to do next? I know you guys had a great season this year. Tell me some of the future plans you guys have.
Well, we just want to continue to build from where we left off, and we know it's not going to be easy. We've been having one-on-one meetings with all the guys. Coach Taylor has, myself, and one of the things that I try and talk to the guys that they don't realize that next year, as hard as it was this year for us to get to where we got to, next year is going to be even harder. Because we have a bullseye on our back, and their expectations are higher. And these guys, some of them didn't even realize. They're like, oh, yeah, next year we'll get back. We got everybody returning but Wanda. No, it's not that easy. It's not that easy. And you guys need to embrace and understand how difficult it's going to be. If you don't, then I don't think we have a chance of getting back there. But once you do, you understand how hard it's going to be. You match it with your work ethic and your preparation, then you have a chance.
Now, one of the things that we Coach got a chance to see. Now, as we were talking about, you just had a magnificent season. We had a chance to talk about, obviously, what you guys were doing, the success you guys had over with the Titans. Another thing that you got a chance to witness, Coach, is your daughter. A McDonald's All-American. We don't get a chance to say that a lot in Riverside, but a McDonald's All-American tiptoes into Cal Berkeley, and as a freshman, talk about her year. We saw what she did in the tournament. We saw what she did, kind of like on her way, getting there, making the tournament run. But talk to us about how impressed you were with your daughter this season and the progression she had in just only her freshman year.
Yeah. It was, once again, it's great to see your kids find joy in something and passion in something. And when I say passion, this young lady, she cannot sleep, eat. She cannot do anything without waking up thinking about, okay, when's my next workout?
Right.
And that's what it takes for, kids to be successful. She works hard at her craft. And so to see the fruits of her labor, show on the floor was phenomenal. And yeah, she had a good year, but to her, she doesn't think it was a great year, because she struggled. She struggled in conference, in the beginning of the conference.
Indeed.
And as a freshman in the Pac-12, the Pac-12 is a tough conference.
Yes, it is.
And so she called me. Well, I picked her up from the airport before I left, and we had breakfast, and we were talking about it, and she talked about where UCLA is right now and how she wants to get there. And,
right.
And Jordan, Canada, who my brother coached in high school, was one of her nemesis this year. Jordan.
Oh, she's a dynamic. Oh, yeah, she's a dynamic point guard. Dynamic point guard.
But she learned from her, and when she got to the NCAA tournament, they played Virginia, and she had probably one of the best games that I've ever seen her play.
Man.
And she attributed it to some of her battles with Jordan. So she's looking forward to trying to take it to another level, and I'm sitting back and enjoying the show.
Absolutely. And what is that like, Coach? I first of all, I want to know what was the regimen when they were growing up. What did you put in their water?
Trying to follow suit, Coach.
Right, absolutely. I got a couple of kids. I'd love to do that. But, when you think about it, and I always tell about people, it's the wipe the butt syndrome. Whenever you with your kids, when you raise them, you always see them as babies. But to see them grow and go, and I'm sure you taught your daughter when you were in the driveway and she was little, but to see that all come together, what is that like, to go from from that to now she's a freshman. She was a McDonald's All-American, and she is playing some great basketball right now. What is that like for you, Coach?
Oh, it's phenomenal, because I never wanted to push, my wife and I never wanted to push our kids into sports and force them to play, but we told them that they had to play something growing up.
Right.
You can't just sit in the house.
You ain't gonna sit on the couch.
Yeah. So, and for her, she fought me going with basketball. She would have to come to my basketball camp.
Right.
And sometimes she was like, "Can I just work with the little kids and just be their babysitter?" Da, da, da. All the way until about 8th grade. And then 8th grade, she's like, "Dad, I really want to play." I said, "Are you sure?" And, from there it took off. And to see her take it to the level that she's at now, it's just a blessing, man. It's just a blessing.
Absolutely. Well, we certainly appreciate it, and congratulations on the success.
Yeah, and again, big shout out to the wife too, Miss Kelly Smith. I know she very, very supportive. And anytime I can't reach you, I know I can communicate with the wife, and she takes care of it. So, but again, Coach, thank you so much for making yourself available, man. Best of luck. Keep going forward. I know you right now. You guys are in recruiting mode, so I know you guys are. As soon as you guys taste that success, it's right back to the grill again. But thank you so much for making yourself available, Coach.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate you guys having me on.
Yes, sir. Again, Coach John Smith right there, the Caoch State Fullerton Titans, Riverside native right there, Coach. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Take care, guys.
Yes,
you too. I'm starting to understand why the Riverside native. Now I'm starting to understand why Eternal loves to have Coach. You just love to put that shine on Riverside, correct?
Oh, you have to. You have to. I mean, it's a good thing.
And what about that? I mean, these are kids. Coach Smith for a long time. What is it like for you to see them go on and do what they do?
It's great. Especially on the national stage. A lot of times when you're constantly saying, hey, you feel like you see a lot of talented people, but then you don't get a chance to see them compete because obviously you look at the IE and like it's not really out there like that. But now you're starting to see people like come up. You're seeing guys like Kawhi Leonard have success. Guys like Darren Collison, et cetera, that are having success. And then now, again, young ladies like Monique Billings, as you were saying, she's doing great for UCLA right now. And then, now you see Miss Kiana Smith's going to be coming up now. So it's really great. It's positive, and it's nothing but good for the city.
Good stuff, man. We're excited about this. I don't know how I feel because I'm kind of conflicted. As you know, we both know what high school I went to. I went to the high school that they named the city after. It's the fine high school called Downey High School. So for anybody who went to Warren, I want to let you know again that the city is named. It's Downey, California. It's not Warren, California.
It's out there like that. Okay.
So I just want everyone to know that. They did something to my school in the CIF championship that I don't know. It hurt. It hurt because the first person to let me know and rub it in my face was Eternal. And he said that, did you see that game? What Glendora did to Downey? It's kind of what Cajon did to Downey. It's okay. But I can say that my school was in 2 CIF championships.
It was wax work. We call that wax work.
I can say we're in 2 CIF championships games. I don't know where Ramona was. But we were there.
Oh, wow.
We were there. We were there,
little stabby stab.
Yeah,
okay.
but like Dale Earnhardt says, second is just the first loser. But Downey Vikings, we're still strong. I had to show the girls my sweater. But we're going to have the CIF championship team and the coach from the Inland Valley Basketball Classic last year.
Yes.
In studio with us.
In studio right here live. And you should have seen when you pulled out your phone and you showed that Downey stuff. Those girls looked at you like, why do you... They just looked disgusted.
They said, oh.
It looked like an empty Starbucks cup. Like, what do we do with this?
Absolutely. So we're going to have the CIF championship team, Glendora girls basketball, in studio when we come back. So you ready to do this, Eternal?
Let's do it.
You're listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Prodexa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Prodexa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Prodexa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys. We're ready for our Four Seasons sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh, no. We'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh, no, wait. A family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle ScoreSports. That's ScoreSports.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. This is IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. All my people in Downey, I don't know if they're going to say today was a good day, because they're going to say you let the people that slapped us around in your house, but I'm okay with it.
Well, when your school gets slapped around, this has happened in basketball.
Yes,
it's happened in football.
Yes, it has.
I've been the victim of it, so you got to get yourself.
Ramona wasn't there this year, so
hold on a second. You're doing a lot of this, but you need to do this.
Wait a minute, what team beat you guys back in the day?
I don't want to hear it.
What you always talk about what team slapped you guys around back in the day?
Who?
In the CIF football championship.
Well, I said we went to we played the game in Glendora. Yeah. So wait, you know what? Was it Glendora that beat us?
It probably was.
I think we played at Cerritos College.
Yes, I remember. I've heard the story.
Yeah,
so
you know what?
touche.
Touche. We have again. It's always good we get a chance to revisit and speak to some coaches. I was talking to Coach B earlier, and I said, hey, you know what? I was looking at the Glendora, and I saw Glendora was doing well this season. And I said, hey, that coach looks familiar. And then it came to me, it dawned on me that was a coach. You participated in our Inland Valley Classic basketball game. Coach, please introduce yourself to the Fox Sports Radio audience.
Sure. So I'm Adam Nunemaker here. I'm Adam Nunemaker here.
You can put a microphone up.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Yep.
There you go. You're good. You're good.
All right. So Adam from Glendora, and I was a coach last year at the Inland Valley All-Star Game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us about that experience, man. How was that?
It was great last year. We had a couple players on that team, and the girls I got to coach there were really great too. Yeah. And everything was positive, and it was a really positive experience that we had.
Yeah, fantastic. That's our guy again. Ourselves, Coach John Romanelli. Over at A.B. Miller, and
I haven't heard from him yet this year though, so I don't know what's going on.
Oh yeah, well we need to make sure that he gets in contact with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Again, we're joined in the studio. Now, Coach, I want to make sure, can you help us out with that? Because I don't want to dog your name, Coach. I want to have to be running suicides or nothing like that.
Sure, it's Nunemaker.
Nunemaker,
Yeah.
okay. See, fantastic. And then, now, Coach, you're the head coach of the Glendora girls basketball team. Again, you guys were in the playoffs. Fell short this year, but came back.
No, last year.
Last year. I'm sorry.
Yes, come on now.
Excuse me. My apologies. Sorry about that, Coach. Again, now, this record you guys amassed this year, that's what I wanted to talk about. How does it work this season when you come out? I mean, obviously, that's not the plan to have a record like that, but tell us about how you guys started this season and then culminated to where you guys were getting the chip.
Last year we lost in the finals.
Right.
And I think we were a little bit ahead of schedule last year from where we got to this year. It was a great experience to go through that, and I knew we were going to be pretty good. Obviously, we had a lot coming back.
Right.
And at the beginning of the season, we just started winning games, and we weren't winning games. We were winning by 40, 50 points.
Right.
And once we got to about Christmas and we were 10, 11, and 0, and I realized that we were going to be a pretty special team at that point. Right. And then we had some really tough challenges that we played in our Christmas tournament. That we figured out a way to win those games.
Right.
And at Glendora, we've never even won league before.
Oh, wow.
So we got the league.
Like ever in the school history?
Ever. So,
oh, wow.
58 years, this is the first year that we've
Wow,
ever
congratulations,
done anything.
ladies. Thank you. Fantastic. Good stuff.
Yeah, and we got in the league games, and, the coaches in that league are great, and they prepared for us, and they really want to be the first team to beat us.
Right.
And so every game that we played.
The target was on you guys.
You know it. So every game, it just got a little bit tougher for us, and the coaches everybody wanted to beat us. And once we got through league, it was almost a relief at that point.
Right.
To play other teams that didn't know us so well.
Right.
And then, we got in the playoffs, and that was just pretty magical what happened to us that year.
Now, Coach, talk to us about the support you've gotten from the actual school, the school district. Because I know that it's always a joint effort. It's never just you guys, the coaching staff. It requires that infrastructure. Talk to us about the support you've gotten from your school.
Right. So honestly, the start of the season, we would have about 14 people in the stands, and that's how it's been. And girls basketball isn't always the most popular sport.
Right.
But let me tell you, by the end of the year, our gymnasium was full.
Right.
I didn't even know we could put that many people in the gym.
Winning does some stuff, right?
You got that right. But everybody's so positive and supportive. The administration, the teachers, the students, they all showed up once we really started going.
Fantastic. Coach B?
And once again, we have Glendora girls basketball in-house with us. And as we said, just to some of your accomplishments, a 31-0 campaign that delivered the school its first CIF Southern Section championship
ever
in history, defeating Downey 47-35.
I couldn't
there you go. Now, Coach, one thing I wanted to say, after the title win, you were quoted as saying offensively, we didn't have our greatest game playing in the biggest arena. You guys won it. Right. But after such a long and successful season, how rewarding was it for you guys to see it all come together?
I think it's even more rewarding after going through what we went through last year, getting right to the finals.
Right.
I think we were tied or down 1 or up 1 at halftime last year. We were right there.
Right.
And for us to spend the entire offseason, regular season, all the practices, everything, to get back to that point,
right,
and then actually win the game this time around, it was. I'm still a little bit in disbelief that we were able to do that. Not because I didn't think we were good or anything at all, but it's just so hard to lose in the championship game.
Right.
Go through that and then spend a full year and then come back and do that.
Right.
And do it flawless.
Right. They did.
Well,
31
in terms of record-wise.
Right. Yeah.
There's a lot of things we got to work on.
Coach is looking at, hold on, it wasn't flawless then. Well, in terms of record, excuse me.
Now, talking about last year, Alexis Loden was a part of a team that fell short to Thousand Oaks in the championship game. Now, in the championship game this year, Loden scored 22 points with 14 rebounds, 5 steals, and 3 assists. Talk to me about how special her performance was.
Right. So it's actually Loudon.
Loudon.
Everyone calls her Loudon.
See, look at that. Look at
Got
that.
it on the radio.
Yeah,
I know you're down guy.
I saw the girl. I looked back. I saw the girl's eyes. I said, "Oh, we messed up again."
I know you're a Downey guy. You're trying to knock it.
Ouch!
Get him, Coach. Get him, Coach.
So, I'll talk to you about the day before in practice. At our practices, we have a good time. But there was a look on her face I'd never seen before.
Okay.
And I knew that she was ready to go. And then she scored the first 6 points of the game. She scored 2 seconds in the game. We were ahead 2-0. She had already scored. And she was definitely not going to allow us to lose again this year. And on top of this, she also lost the CIF championship in volleyball her junior year too. So she made the title that year.
Wow.
And then 4 months later lost with the basketball team. And then, she had that going for her too.
Yeah.
So there is no way she was going to let us lose, that time.
There you go. And Coach, I know a win is a total team effort, but Tilton on your team had 4 3-pointers to finish with 15 points, and your center, and say the center's last name for me. I don't want to butcher it.
That's all right. It's Zovac.
There you go. Finished with 9 points and 12 rebounds. 12 rebounds.
Yeah, and Coach, when's the last time you got 12 rebounds?
In my 4-year career, I didn't have 12 rebounds. But talk to me about your supporting cast that once again beat Downey and gave you guys that CIF title.
Put a ring on it.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, we're waiting for that ring about a month.
It got lost in the UPS, something like that, right?
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
Yeah, obviously we can't. It's a team, obviously, to do this. We had 4 players average double figures actually this year. And then I got my other guard behind me that does everything for us, all the other little things besides score for us. She runs the show for us.
Right.
Too. Plays great defense. But Michaela had 4 threes. She had them all in the first half. She really set it down for us to start the game. Last year, I don't think in the finals, I don't think she made anything, right? Yeah, she didn't score last year in the finals.
She was like, you had to say that, Coach. You had to put that out there. We shared something. I didn't score. He didn't score. So we're good.
That's right. So, her first 3 barely moved the net. And, I knew we were going to be all right at that point. So everybody contributed to this. All 12 players on the team made this happen.
Fantastic. So
I think, not to you think about this, Eternal. You got to think about it. Since Coach coached the Inland Valley basketball class, he has not lost a game.
He has not lost a game from there.
I'm just saying.
Maybe some good mojo or something like that.
I'm just saying.
Some juju. Okay.
I still haven't heard from them. So
he's like, he needs to call me. I don't know if he saw my record, but the record was flawless. Okay.
Right.
But we have the young ladies here.
And then also the young ladies, the 215. We got to talk about that as well.
Yeah, we have some stuff to talk about.
Absolutely.
So we're gonna go to break. When we come back, we'll have the young ladies come on, and that way they can kind of talk about this whirlwind. They could tell us some backstories about Coach.
Absolutely. So I'm allergic.
There are no stories.
There you go. I'm allergic to up downs and all that. Coach, please say your name correctly for us.
I got it. It's Nunemaker.
It's Nunemaker.
There you go.
I'm ready.
There you go. It's funny because when we do the Clippers games, sometimes I tell Eddie to help me with his last name. He said, "That's your last name." I was like, "Oh, Arrington. You're right.
We're working on him. We got a little CD that helps him out.
Hooked on phonics. So it's all good. So let's go ahead and do this. You're listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here, live on Fox Sports 1350.
And we'll be right back with the girls of Glendora basketball. Glendora. I almost said Glendale. Glendora. There we go.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah!
No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons Sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are live in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. I got to say, this is my daughter Brianna's favorite song ever that's playing right now. She loves that Cardi B.
I'm good on Cardi B, but hey, but you know what? It's not my thing. I don't have to. You know, I'm good with like not being, you know. So the young ladies are saying, look at, there we go. We finally
there you go. You got here. See, there she go. There she feel it.
Like, that's
those
right
headphones makes a big difference.
You know, this is a great thing. You know, the great thing about it. Now, let me ask you, who has played on the team the longest? Who's been on? Fantastic. Okay, so let's have you guys introduce yourself. We'll start with you. And so just state your name and your position.
My name's Alexis Loudon, and I play point guard.
And I'm Michaela Tilton, and I'm a shooting guard.
And I'm Kayla Sarah, and I play point guard.
Fantastic. And congratulations, ladies. Champions. Tell us, well, I guess we'll start with...
I want to start with Loudon, if that's okay.
No, it's all good.
Now, are you the youngest sister? Okay.
No, you can go ahead. Put
there you go.
We'll start with
there you go. So she's the youngest sister. And what she was saying is my sisters play basketball, and I wanted to be like them, so she started playing basketball in our city league. Now, this is one thing. So she just confirmed she's the youngest. So in my family, I am the youngest brother. And
he's the little brother.
So now when you are at Thanksgiving or Christmas, you can pull out your CIF championship ring, and you can tell your sisters you have something they don't, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
So how does that feel?
Good. Yeah.
There you go. Name drop. What is the sisters' names?
Well, Casey Loudon played basketball. Becca played it and hated it, but
but they all got a chance to play. But you just got the ring, right?
Yeah.
Yes. And you know, we talked about your performance in the title game. Tell me a little bit about that. Last year, you had the pain of you guys fell short last year. You guys, like your coach said, you were a year early. But this game, you scored 22 points, 14 rebounds, 5 steals, and 3 assists. So that was 22 points more than I ever scored in high school. 14 rebounds more than I ever got in high school. 5 assists more than I ever got.
And basically what he's saying is you could have balled him up. You could have taken care of him.
Exactly. I'm sure she got a step on me. So talk to me about that game and your performance looking back at it.
I mean, I'm surrounded by the best teammates.
Right.
So I guess they kind of help.
See, already,
team
Coach,
player.
You're doing good, Coach.
And you know, we've had this before. We talked to athletes, and they say when they go back and they look at the film, they're like, I don't even remember that because they're in such a zone. Or there are things in there where you look at film, you're like, I don't remember doing that.
No, yeah, I don't really remember the game. It's kind of all a blur.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So you were just in the moment then, huh?
Yeah.
So and now talk to us about just about what your goals were when you started the season. What was the goal to take it all the way, or did it exceed your expectations?
I think our goal was to win league, and then once that happened, we're oh, okay, we can probably do this and win CIF.
Right. And she's a multi-sport athlete, Eternal. She does volleyball and track and field, as well as being a CIF champion in basketball.
Well, congratulations, young lady, and keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Now now you said you were the shooting guard. This is Michaela. I do remember that. Fantastic. Okay, here we go. And now, Michaela, tell us about what your thoughts were about this season. Or did it exceed your expectations, or how was it for you?
This being my senior season, it was just more than anything I could have imagined. And to do it in our perfect record was even better. Not something that we were like, hey, guys, let's go out and get a perfect season. We just wanted to take it one game at a time, and it just led one game at a time to the championship game.
Now, don't forget her 4 3-pointers.
Right, right. Now, now, Michaela, I feel like I can ask you this. I want to, tell me about your social status in school. Like, tell me, like, when the year started, everybody's like, yeah, you guys are a girls' basketball team, and all of a sudden, you're stunting one-on-one, walking through the hallway, and everybody knows your name. Talk to us about how it started. Because like Mike Jones, it's like, they didn't know you, but now they hot, they all on you. Talk about the season.
It was really surreal how we had so many people in our dog pound come out and to support all of our.
Oh, wait, you got a dog pound.
Yeah, that's what we call our student section.
There we go. So you have a student section, and are they barking? Are they making, what are they doing?
They were very loud, and in the other team's ear a lot.
Fantastic.
Now, what is a tartan?
Good question.
that's your man.
She's like, we're trying to find that out. We're working on it. So, but you guys have a dog pound, though. I like that. Okay, fantastic. No, sorry, you were gonna say?
The tartan is a Scotty dog.
Oh, okay.
But it's the pattern on the Scotty dog.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
But she's aware, so it's like.
There you go.
Now,
I'm a dog lover, so that's good to know. So that's good for me to know.
And now, congratulations, and like I said, congratulations on your season, Miss Michaela. Now, next we have.
This is Miss Social Media.
Yeah, so she wrote some stuff on here. I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to start. So I'm trying to figure out, are we going to start with the worm, with the breaking of the toe with the worm, or are we going to do the ABC with your mouth closed? So she said on here, and mind you, we're on Fox Sports Radio, and I don't know if she knew that we were going to say this live on air. But Kayla, she's a junior over at Glendora. She got another year over there, folks. She said that she can do the ABCs with her mouth closed. Now that is talent. Yes. Now, how much did you work on this talent? And where did you see this and decided to try to do that?
I really don't know. I just I just do random things all the time.
We're going to have to get that on Instagram.
Yeah, we're going to have to see if we can get that, because ABC with your mouth. So you are ready to start doing some comedy shows, because you might be having a little doll or something that and hooking some stuff up.
Basketball doesn't work out.
Right.
There you go. She's going to be, I like her personality.
Yes. Now, talk to us about, because again, as you mentioned, everybody plays a role in there, but talk to us about when you started the season, how you started, when the wins started to stack up. What was the feeling amongst yourself and your teammates?
This team, we're all really close. We're like a huge family, and I think that played a big role in us winning a ton of games, because we worked together as a team, and we would spend times doing things outside of basketball, like hanging out, going to lunch, and things like that, and that just really helped with the chemistry on the court. So.
This young lady, let me tell you something, Coach. I don't know. She can run for office one day.
Right. We always say there's a politician on every team.
There's always a politician. There's always a politician on there.
I'm on ASB already.
I'm already there.
She's like, I'm already stunting already.
I do this. I do this.
Yeah, so now, another big question for you. Okay, now, what is there? If there's a song that they would play when you come out, because generally speaking, my thought process was, especially if I won CIF, had the ring and things, and especially a flawless record, I would want some smoke, some steam, and some sirens to come out.
Definitely.
So if there was a song,
the Miami Hurricanes,
something like that. If there was a song, when they made your announcement, they said your name, and you came out to a song, what would it be?
I don't know. We are the champions.
There you go.
I like that. I like it already.
Now,
she dug deep in the treasure chat.
Speaking of that, I just had one question I want to pop in there. So when you guys get that ring, and you guys know all that you went through, and you're 31, is this your first year on varsity?
No, this is my third year.
She's like, I've been here, done that.
She's been here since a freshman. She's been here since a freshman. So you've seen the team, and you were there last year as well. Now, what has changed with the team from your freshman year to last year? Your second year, you guys get to the title game, and then the third year, you guys win it. So basically, since you've been there, the team's turned around. So
So it probably was me.
Right.
No, you know what? I came here my freshman year, but also so did our coach or Adam Nunemaker.
We call him Nooner.
Right. That's easier for me to say.
She's like, that's why we call him that. Go ahead.
So he really turned around the program, and I feel like the first 2 years, we were still kind of figuring everything out, figuring him out, and kind of getting the flow of the team. But now we've really got to know him. He knows us. He knows how we work well, what we do well. So I think over the years we've just kind of worked out.
And what position do you play?
Point guard and guard.
Okay. Now, are you going to do the honors?
I was about to say, okay.
We got to kill the music. This is important for point guards.
It's very important.
And you play point guard as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys can get together and come with the answer. There's only one answer.
Now, if you need to use your cell phone and call somebody, you can do that too. But
your coach is right here.
Okay.
So just remember that.
Question.
This is important.
Question right here.
Okay? One answer.
NBA. Okay. NBA all time. Who is the best?
The greatest.
The greatest point guard of all time in the NBA.
They're looking. They're discussing it. I mean, take your time. There's no rush. There you go.
Magic Johnson.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
See, Glendora is they're doing it right.
Okay. Some people have come in here.
Coach got them together. Coached them up.
Coach said, "Hold on." They didn't. Because sometimes coach, the student athlete, they'll just blurt out something.
They'll say Russell Westbrook.
They'll just blurt out something. But coach, I mean, I like the team. They kind of got together. They looked at each other. Then they deferred to coach.
Now, you see why they won a CIF championship?
I see why they won a championship right there.
I see it. Coach slowed them down and said, hold up.
Magic.
Hold up.
Johnson, if you're nasty.
Yes.
Johnson.
Absolutely.
Here we go.
Absolutely.
So, ladies, fantastic. Great job. I mean, congratulations. I've never went. I don't even know if I had a season on 2K where I went undefeated, let alone in the season for real. But you guys, thank you guys so much.
And before we go, we want to bring Coach back.
Get Coach back in here real quick.
Absolutely. We appreciate everything that Coach has done.
Now, Coach, if you want to coach our men's league, I'm something like Michael Cooper out there. I mean, I got the knee-high socks. You know, what I mean, the shorts. Are we ready to go?
I just need to know how much am I getting paid to do that.
right. And
he's like, make the check out too.
One thing that I always like to ask, because like I said, I go by Coach B because I coached a program. But Coach, if you can take the coach's hat off, how long have you been in Glendora now?
This is my third year.
So to turn that program around, and you've had some girls with you that have been 3 years. Mm-hmm. As a person, how did that feel to see the account? This is something you think about it. We talk about I'm talking about Downey. I graduated 25 years ago. So these are memories these girls will carry for the rest of their life. That impact you made. How does that feel, Coach?
You know, right after we won, or the last minute or two when I knew we were going to win, like I said, I said at our banquet the other night, I put my hands on top of my head, and I was just in disbelief because I was just so happy for them and their teammates that they were actually able to go through this and accomplish everything that we accomplished this year. You know,
right? You hope they get it. I know as you get it, how difficult it is to get there.
Yeah, believe me, I know. You know, and to get back there 2 years in a row, it's wow. It was really hard to do that. It's really hard to win those playoff games. But you know, I have full faith in these girls and I believe in them, and they rewarded us with the CIF championship.
Now, this is one thing I've learned with my wife. We've been married 18 years, and you know when we first got together, I set the bar high. I used to get chocolates, candies, and whatnot. So I set the bar really high. So, Coach, just your third year, you set the bar really high. So
how do you outdo that?
How do you outdo that, Coach?
That's a very good question. If anyone out there has any ideas, let me know.
Right, his email address is.
Absolutely.
Hit me up.
Right. But again, Coach, thank you so much.
Gave us gifts. Let's talk about that. Don't forget about that.
Let me tell you something. You come bearing gifts, Coach. Look, you're on the radar. We'll be giving you a call. We just wanted to make sure we got you in because I want you to kind of get a chance to settle down. I know that leg is because going as far as you guys did, it takes a little time to.
He had to reschedule on us.
Yeah, he had to reschedule because
we had to reschedule. We're still going.
He's like, man, we still winning. We still winning out here. You know. But again, congratulations, Coach. Like I said, it's even better, as Coach B mentioned, to have somebody that a volunteer time to help us out. So we appreciate that. And again, I definitely will be giving you guys a call. And young ladies, keep up the good work.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
And you guys made the trip too nice and early. Thank you guys, man. We appreciate that. You know,
absolutely.
Did the Uber hooked it up, or you guys just
the Mac train back here hooked it up?
Yeah, I like that.
There we go. So let's go ahead and take a commercial break. We appreciate it once again. CIF champions, Glendora girls basketball in the house. They won that title, defeating Downey 47-35.
Say it again.
They defeated Downey 47-35 and delivered the school its first CIF Southern Section championship in school history.
Congratulations.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So thank you so much for coming in, and thank everybody for listening to IE Sportsnet, connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
And Eternal.
When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto and Pradaxa users. If you or a loved one has taken the blood-thinning drugs Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered an injury or even died, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to internal bleeding, strokes, and pulmonary embolisms. If you or a loved one has taken these blood-thinning drugs and have been hospitalized for internal bleeding, you could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Don't be a silent victim. Time is limited to file your claim. Call now for free information and a free consultation. Lines are open 24/7. Call 800-282-8605. That's 800-282-8605. 800-282-8605. You could be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-282-8605 now.
All right, guys, we're ready for our four-season sunroom, and Daddy's gonna get a rec room with refreshments.
Oh no, we'll be sleeping under the stars.
Mom, what about the one with, the fun?
Nice try, little bro. It's a gym. My gym.
Hey, Grandma's getting her Four Seasons garden room. Weather tight and still like being outdoors.
Maybe a living room. Oh no, wait, a family hub.
Yeah! No matter what the budget, the season, or the climate, Four Seasons sunrooms let you and your family enjoy the outdoors inside. Call now to hear more about these great offers from the premier manufacturer of sunrooms since 1975.
More reasons for Four Seasons now.
To find out more, call toll-free 800-973-5533. That's 800-973-5533. Call 800-973-5533 today.
Score Sports has been a loyal partner in the sports industry for over 40 years. Founded in 1975, Score Sports has always been a family-owned and operated business located in the heart of Southern California. They offer a full line of youth and adult soccer uniforms, accessories, and field equipment, youth and adult basketball uniforms and accessories and equipment. Score Sports can outfit your coaches and league referees as well, and much more. Their dedication and attention to detail has transformed Score Sports into one of the leading sport uniform manufacturers in the United States. Visit their spacious warehouse at 726 East Anaheim Street in Wilmington, or call them today at 800-626-7774. That's 800-626-7774. Or visit them on the web at scoresports.com. That's scoresports.com, at facebook.com/scoresports, or on Twitter and Instagram with the handle Score Sports. That's SCORESPORTS.
Yo, what up? This is Sendog from Cypress Hill. You're listening to me on IE Sportsnet all day long, all day strong, you heard?
Yes, we are back in the great city of Riverside at the iHeartRadio studios. It's IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile on Fox Sports 1350. I am your host, Eternal.
And I am the one and only Coach B. You know, when it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here. Eternal, can I just take a moment and say rest in peace to Dwight Arrington Mays, a.k.a. Heavy D.
Oh, okay. I was okay. Okay, look at you.
You know?
Did you take it back? He
I had to do it. You know, you had the music going. I had to do it, you know?
I thought you were talking about your cousin or something.
Yes.
I'm like, what happened? Your cousin didn't pass away?
No, November 8th, 2011, we lost a legend in the game.
Let me tell you something. Have diddly D. I remember. Now, there's not many times where your parents get you hip-hop music, right? Because, especially back in the day.
My mother got me none.
I was listening to Too Short. I never forget it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah, I was going hard. I'm just keeping it real. I mean, yeah, that's what I did. I'm not going to say none of the lyrics I want. But I mean, he had radio songs. But anyway, I was listening to...
not many.
Getting it? What do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Yeah, getting it? The ghetto? Come on, get it started. But
well,
anyway,
he made radio versions, used to say. Okay. Yes. Yes.
I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to leave it there. I was listening to Big Daddy Kane, Eric B. and Rakim. But however, one Christmas, my grandmother Carter, peace and love, bought me. I opened the wrap up. I couldn't believe what I saw. It was Hev Diddly D and the Heavy D and the Boys.
Yes.
I mean, right, that joint right there we got on. Let me tell you something. I used to, Heavy D was my...
Take your time.
The Trouble T. Roy and them, the dancers back in the day, I mean, that was my stuff right there. So yeah,
and like I said last night at the Inland Valley Honors, they called me the chubby one, and it turns the skinny one. A little side note: I remember my brother back in the day. Remember airbrushing was a thing.
Oh yeah.
So my brother is very artistic. He's an artist. He made me a T-shirt that I wish I could find it. It said Heavy B.
Oh, that's dope. I know you almost cried.
Yeah, man.
Your bottom lip start quivering.
Yeah.
That was for me.
Right. So
I want to definitely give another big shout out to, like I said, last night had a great experience last night, and it's not a lot. It's not often that we get a chance to talk about those kids. Like you said, we had a young lady that was in there that was a pole vaulter, and folks that were playing soccer. And these are kids that generally don't get recognized on a big stage. And I was just really again, impressed last night with the stories of our honorees last night during our Inland Valley Sports Hall of Fame honors event. Some of the stories were just dynamic. We knew some of the kids, but, we didn't know what some of those speakers were going to say. And I was just really blown away by these speakers. And we often, talk about politics and stuff like that. There was no talk about that. It was just a very diverse audience, and everybody was there for the right thing. So it was just really great. I was glad to be a part of it.
Absolutely. And when you think about it, like we said, some of the people got choked up. And here's the thing about it. Eternal and I, it's no secret, we come from a music background. And what we do is we apply things that we learn in the music business. So they always say in the music business, you throw stuff against the wall and see what sticks. So you release a lot of records, and whatever sticks is something you run with. And we kick around 1,000,001 ideas. Right. and one of the things that we've thought about, and we always want to push the envelope. We want to do something different, and we just came off the National Signing Day at Auto Club Speedway, which is a great event, and it's a lot of 4 and 5 stars that we honored at that event. Some of the best kids in football in the Inland Empire. And then we thought to ourselves, well, what about the kids that are doing things? They're still getting it in on the team. They do, because in practice, I don't know about you. When I was in practice, even though I didn't play, there was no bench warmers in practice.
Everybody's participating.
Exactly.
Everyone practices.
Everyone practices.
Oh, yeah.
I was a tackling dummy, but everyone practices. But what about the kids who are making a difference in their community?
Right.
What about the kids that are volunteering?
Right.
What about the kids that are excelling on the academic side? Like last night, one of the kids, he was in the baseline. He was a baseline academic all-star.
Yes.
So that was the caliber of kids we had. And then one girl had a 4.4. Yes.
Yeah, was playing basketball. And another story we heard about was the young lady who actually started a tutoring.
Right.
She actually started.
That was Jaslyn.
That was Jaslyn over at Ontario. She was doing well in school, and she wanted her teammates to do well. So she started a tutoring thing, and all of a sudden the GPA for the entire team jumped up to a 3.6. It was just, unbelievable stories last night. I was just, you're sitting there and you're hearing these stories because Coach B and I, we weren't academic guys at all. But I was always amazed by people that were able to take care of that. Going to high school, because there's so many distractions. So you're able to go to high school, participate in sports, and then do well in the classroom. And then on top of that, we heard about people that were coaching kids and doing things in the community. It was just really, really exciting to see our young folks that are doing that, and it was our pleasure to make sure that we honor those kids.
And we hope the kids got it. We know the parents got it, because this is something that doesn't happen. So, and you talk about the GPA. One thing about when we were in high school, remember everyone got an A for that sport, and that used to be a part of your GPA. They took that away.
Right. Oh yeah.
So now it's your core subjects that are going to apply. And, when you hear about a kid still getting north of a 4.0, that's amazing. Yeah. So what we
especially
liked,
maintaining it.
Right. What we liked is the kids. We told them it was a formal event. The kids really got dressed up. Go to our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all at IE Sportsnet if you want to see some of the pictures. Again, I cannot thank Supervisor Janice Rutherford for the certificates. Christina Taylor in her office helped to facilitate that. I cannot thank her enough, because she put a level of prestige that was just needed. Mayor Aquanetta Warren, I know she wanted to be there. She wanted to come out, but she had a scheduling conflict. And then do me a favor, Eternal, talk about the food. By all means, tell us about that, our gracious sponsor.
Stonefire Grill. Marsha, sometimes when people say they're going to come out and do some things for you, they come out, they do it, especially, we didn't get a chance to give them no tip or nothing because they left, and they were just
they didn't even want it. They were
so professional. When they came in there, we're trying to make sure we had everything right for them, and they were doing doing the same for us. I mean, came in there.
I didn't see it. Tell me about that when I put the tablecloth up. The way she looked at me.
So Coach B goes in there, tries to put the tablecloth down. She was like, we brought all that.
And then we put utensils on every table.
We got it.
Yeah.
And then they helped us out, clean up. I mean, they took all the food away from the tables. I was just really impressed. So thank you so much, Marsha. Thank you so much to the Fontana Stonefire Grill. Go out there, support them. They just did a great job. You said I took the tri-tip home last night.
Right.
As soon as I brought it in, I became a party favor.
Right.
Everybody was excited because I brought the tri-tip home. So
there you go. And the thing is, true story, when you went and met with Marsha,
yes,
you talked about it so well, and Brandy heard me on the phone with you that I had to take her that day.
Oh, man, let me tell you, that salad was off the chain.
Yes.
Hooked it up. Breadsticks were good. It's really, really good. So thank you so much. We appreciate
Absolutely. It's now my wife and I's favorite restaurant. And the young lady there, I know we got to go. The young lady that was there that set us up the first time we went, she helped serve that night. So we had a good laugh with her. So we appreciate it. Didn't get her name, but thank you so much to everybody for listening to IE Sportsnet.
Coach John Smith, Glendora Girls Basketball.
There you go.
Calling in.
IE Sportsnet connected by Boost Mobile with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, you know the conversation starts and stops here live on Fox Sports 1350.
You're listening to IESportsNet.com, the Inland Empire Sports Authority.
Fox Sports trending now.
Good start, but you are tuned into the new home for IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. with Coach B.
Andy Turner. When it comes to Inland Empire Sports, the conversation starts and stops here.
On Fox Sports Radio 1350 a.m. IE Sportsnet every Saturday morning, 8 a.m.